Hello guys, this is Adeboye Thompson from Lagos, Nigeria. Today we're going to be building this lovely VPO style organ. I'm going to be building everything from scratch. It's extremely easy and the videos are made for beginners to be able to follow along. Everything about it, it's very interactive, and again, like I said, the reason why I decided to put together this series of videos was because of my friend from the UK, Kevin. He told me he has a 12-year-old son who is trying to learn coding, and I just felt maybe this video might help him and his son work on coding together for fun. So everything is extremely easy. Again, I use Visual Studio Code, and this is the entire code. This is the HTML part. I'm using very old technology, using the audio tags. Right now, I wouldn't build this like this. I would preload all the data in audio buffers and then decode that. So just like hauptwerk or Grandog works, where it loads everything in memory, I can do that too using JavaScript. But I just didn't want to overcomplicate things with this video. Also, this does not have like the ADRS, so attack, decay, release, and things like that. But the complete audio interface, the complete web audio API for JavaScript has like features to build a program as powerful as Audacity or Upwork. And immediately after completing this set of videos, I'll be building like a photorealistic rendition of an organ too using JavaScript. I would compile it so it runs on Windows, it runs on Linux, it runs on Mac, it will run on your iPhone, and it will run on Android devices also. So that's the plan. Again, this is just for Kevin and his son, and whoever has a son who wants to learn programming with, if you guys play the organ, then this might be something fun that you guys would like to see. Again, this is the directory structure. Over here I have images. These are just the background pictures. This is the one we're using, just a minute. So this is the one we're using for the organ right here. Over here I have my JavaScripts, and here I just put my JavaScript files. That's the organ JavaScript file. I will explain everything from set. Now these are the samples. As you can see, I have the minor mixture, I have octave 4, Preston 16, principal 8, and principal 8, the attack and the release, and then the styles. So very easy to follow along with. This again is the organ. I press a key on my keyboard. You can see the key depresses because I have no stop engaged right now. That's why you don't hear any sound. If I were to engage like the principal stop and now I press it, you can hear the sound. So again, this is like stuff that I think would all be able to follow along with. Next, I'm going to do a demo playing a song with this organ. Again, it has latency because the files are not preloaded in an audio buffer. Again, this is for beginners. I want beginners to be able to follow through and build this. That's why I'm doing it like this, and that's the reason for the latency and some of the inefficiency of the whole thing. But what I will be building for myself is going to be way more full-featured. So next, I'll just do a quick demo showing how to play the organ, or I'll play a song on the organ, and then we'll get started coding. All right, guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. this is what we're going to be building. Again, like I said, this is very, very, very beginner oriented. So I built it so people who have no experience whatsoever writing code will be able to follow along and just build something like this. Again, this is not full featured. This doesn't have any features at all. You can't tune the stops. You can't adjust the attack and the release and things like that. Now, those are things that the audio API gives me access to. So with the JavaScript audio API, I can actually voice each note. I can actually do like impulse reverb. I can download impulse responses for various buildings and use it as reverb for the organ. Again, it has like a bunch of filters, so backward filters, and with those backward filters I can program them anyhow I want. In fact, I've built something like this. I built something like this in 2019, and that used additive synthesis. So it's like way lower in terms of how much memory it consumes, because I'm basically generating the sound with oscillators. But it's very difficult and painstaking, because actually getting like a very realistic sound, you really need to put in the time to adjust and tweak everything. But starting with samples gives me like an attack that I can start with, and then I can add other things programmatically. So whereas like a program like Hauptwerk would have like 4 different releases for each sample, like in our own situation would have just the attack, and then the release and the decay and all that will be done programmatically to reduce how much memory it consumes. Loading a sample set that takes 24 gig using this approach would probably take maybe about 5 gig or less. So I look forward to building this entire system with you guys. Please just follow along. Again, like I said, this is very beginner based. I think it took me just about 2 hours to complete everything from scratch. So I can imagine if I put in 1,000 hours into building something nice, it would really come out nice and way better than this. Again, I'm going to be building a photorealistic rendition, so like what you see in sample sets designed by Inspired Acoustics or Piotr Gaborski, and I'll be building something like that, except I'll be using SVGs, which are scalable vector graphics, instead of actual vector images, which kind of get spoiled and things like that when you make them too big. SVGs are also perfect for animation and things like that. So guys, follow on with my videos and you learn a lot. Next would I'll walk you through the process of downloading Visual Studio Code, and we'll get started building. Hey Bobby, say hello to everybody. Hey Bobby, say hello. All right guys, Adeboye Thompson signing